Yo, what up, team? We're gonna do a full day of eating. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, the people have been asking for a Q&A with you. Are you ready? Okay, the first question people have is, how do you maintain such a phenomenal physique eating the way you do? Huh. Okay, interesting. The next question we've been getting is, how many DMs do you get a day of people sliding in? Damn! Okay, the third and final question I've been getting asked about you is, do you hit legs? Huh. Yo, good morning YouTube. We're gonna do a full day of eating. As you saw from the introduction, I changed my shirt, but what we're gonna do first, much like the last full day of eating, quick physique check, because we are making gains at an alarming rate and we're bulking. So let's see where we're at. So pretty damn pleased with just how lean we're staying, or lean-ish, but still putting on really quality weight, doing it slowly. As you guys know, when I bulk, I take the slow, tortoise, methodical, we're talking like a quarter of a pound a week type of approach, because I want to minimize fat gain, and there's only so much difference that adding more calories is gonna make. Like, some guys bulk on like 1,000 or 2,000 calorie surplus. That's just not gonna help build more muscle. There's a threshold where it just becomes useless. So that's that. What I'm gonna show you guys today is exactly what I'm eating to make these lean gains, and it's gonna be sick. I'm also fasting right now. I've been fasting for like 14 to 18 hours per day. Today, I don't know. We might go a little bit longer, might go a little bit less, but regardless, we're gonna get it. So sit down, buckle up, and let's kill it. Whoa, YouTube, what is up? This teleporting shit is getting weird out here. Anyways, guys, breaking this fast. Only did 14 hours today. Honestly, feeling really hungry, so we're gonna break it outside in the sun with 2 whole eggs, egg whites, veggie scramble, 1 banana, 1 cup of oats, and like a 1/4 cup of blueberries. It's 12 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna eat all this. If I'm still hungry, we'll throw some more calories in the mix, and I'll keep you guys updated. It's time to smash. Absolutely smashed that meal. Did nothing for me. I forgot to mention too, I also threw in a veggie burger patty in the eggs. I got another 1/2 cup of oatmeal cooking up. I'm gonna put 1 serving of peanut butter in that. Lego. YouTube? What are you doing to my trash can? What? Get out, come on. Come on, let me get you out of there. What are you doing in there? Let me dust you off real quick. God, what are you doing? Okay, let me set you up right. Okay guys, now that I got you out of the trash, I want to take a couple minutes just to kind of break down why I'm fasting while I'm bulking, because I know I'm gonna get a ton of questions about it, and we might as well just answer it right now. So, let me break it down to you like this. The very first thing I need to emphasize is that there is no correct diet for every single person, right? Some people, fasting is not going to work for them. And unfortunately, fasting has been pitched as like this holy grail which will change your life. It's true for some people. There are definitely concrete benefits to fasting, 100%. We're talking about decreasing insulin resistance, like you have better control of your blood glucose levels. We're talking a bump in metabolism, like when you're in a fasted state, metabolism can jump up to 12%. We're talking increased growth hormone levels while fasting, which makes it easier to hold on to muscle. Improving heart health, dropping cholesterol levels, like there are for sure concrete benefits to fasting. Is it the holy grail of fat loss? No, not really. I think one of the biggest benefits of fasting while eating in a deficit is that you're shortening your eating window, and that's going to be beneficial within itself, but it's not the holy grail. The reason I fast is twofold. One, it feels really natural to me. Like, I do think from a human evolution standpoint, it's a very recent phenomenon that we have food at our disposal at any given time. Like, I can look right and there's food, and I can look left and there's food, that's a very new occurrence. That's not really the case of how things were 300 years ago and even beyond that, right? Like it's very uncommon, or was very uncommon, to have food at our disposal at all given times. And so because of that, I just personally feel like as a human, it feels a little more natural to have shortened eating windows, not constantly be digesting, not constantly be ruled by food kind of taking over my mind of like, you know, when's my next meal coming? When's my next meal? What can I snack on? Like this unconscious eating cycle that a lot of us get into can just kill productivity, and it can kind of make you a bit of a slave to food, which I don't like that feeling. And so for me, fasting minimizes that. And then also when I do cut, because I've become adapted to being in a fasted state and it's easier for me, cutting also simultaneously becomes easier. So while I'm bulking, there's not really a whole lot of advantages minus the health advantages to fasting while bulking. But it's not like it's helping my bulk by any means. If anything, it might be hindering it a little bit. But like I said earlier in this video, I'm taking the slow and steady approach to bulking. There's no rush. You know, there's some people out there that wake up at 3, 4 in the morning, slam a protein shake, go back to bed, have breakfast at 8, and they're just eating all throughout the day because they're trying to get as many calories in as possible. That's dope if that's where you're at. Not where I'm at. I have zero inclination to do that. Not my style. Could care less. So for me, food is a tool, and I use it as that. I eat when I'm hungry. It nourishes me. It provides me nutrients. It gives me energy to train, but I don't abuse this tool like some people in the fitness industry do. So I guess I'm really just saying this, that don't watch this video and think, oh, just because Sumner's fasting, I should be fasting. Really do your own due diligence, do your research, see if it fits in with you, if it fits into your lifestyle, if it feels natural, then make an educated decision from there. There's so many of these people out there with all these fad diets coming out, and they feel like, oh, I gotta try keto, or I gotta try low fat, high carb, or I gotta bulk, or I gotta cut, or I gotta try intermittent fasting. No, do what's right for you. Do what feels good for you. There is no one size fits all diet. So that's why I fast. Really my main motivation for fasting is for the health benefits, and those come whether you're cutting or bulking. Like there's concrete evidence that there are health benefits. There's no denying that. I enjoy that. That's a plus. That's the icing on the cake. But more than anything, the real cake, if you will, is that it just feels natural to me to have a shortened eating window. Total gangster like me, and you're in a pinch to make some coffee. Just grab one of these filters, slap it on top of the cup, fold it over, put your grounds in, boil your water, pour over, smash, mate. Alright team, so it's time for meal number dos. We got 2 turkey burgers, 1 small medium sweet potato. This is what this ish is looking like. Put a drizzle of olive oil on top. Gonna smash this, get some more work done, have 1 more carb meal, then go train. Okay, we are at Harris Teeter. Picked up a scone, met my boy Bern. Got a cranberry glazed scone. Apparently it's only 230 calories. I'm calling BS. Let's take a look at this. I don't know what world that's only 230 calories. Hand for reference. Gonna smash this. Just put up on my story actually like a little breakdown of what I look for in a pre-workout meal. So you should follow me on Instagram right there. But I go high carb, relatively low fat, like sub 10 to 15 grams, lowish protein, sub 20 grams. I like to eat that about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes before I train. Also gonna go low fiber, simple carbs. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, let's go put this glycogen to use. A very stale sugar cookie for the road. Show you guys what's up. What up, dog?
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging, baby. You guys are on the vlog.
What's going on, guys? So I'm going to throw over a little commentary of just a few of the training clips from this back day. So as you guys see, I'm starting out with a cable single arm shrug. And if you guys notice, I'm kind of rotating my shoulder backwards. And this is because I've noticed when I do typical shrugs, I don't get a lot of engagement in the lower part of my traps. So that cable shrug's a nice way to kind of toss your shoulder backwards, get a little more engagement. Here I'm doing just a simple dumbbell row, which I supersetted with a little bit of a variation of a dumbbell row, which we'll see in the next clip. And so as you'll notice in this one, I'm using a little more sway and bringing it one deeper to the ground, slightly in front of my shoulder, and then driving it back to my hip. This is just a nice way to engage the lower lats. I get a very, very nice contraction on my lats doing this. Typically, you're going to want to drop the weight a bit. Here I am doing a good old lat pull down. As you guys will notice, my grip placement is pretty narrow. And so from most of the research, it shows that grip placement isn't that big of a deal. It's more about finding the grip placement that's comfortable for you. You're going to have similar lat activation. That just feels a little bit better for me. And then I supersetted that with a supinated close grip lat pull down. This just feels amazing. I mean, it's such a nice stretch on the lats. I'm keeping it in a pretty tight range of motion, and picking a weight which I can really control on this. Phenomenal movement. I supersetted those two. The very next one was a face pull, and this is kind of a funky face pull. You're definitely going to want to go light if you have any kind of discomfort in your shoulders, but I'm actually pulling the rope behind my head. This is a way for me to engage my rear delts, which I typically struggle with engaging them. I've just found this to be a really, really nice variation. You want to make sure you keep your core tight and just rock with that one. Again, pick a weight that's light that you can control. Here I'm just doing some rear delt flies. I've been hitting rear delts on both my pull days and any of like my big push days. It's just an area I want to develop, and I think it's such an important muscle that often gets neglected. So hitting 5 sets of about 12 to 15 on rear delt fly, then ended with this seated dumbbell row. This is nice because you cannot sway. There's zero momentum going on here. Very, very nice engagement in my rhomboids. And it's a short range of motion, but because there's no sway, you can get a beautiful contraction. And that wraps up the workout.
All right, guys, just wrapped up that lift. Stopped at the grocery store, grabbed some goodies, and I'm actually sitting here waiting to meet someone to sell this Canon GX2, which is the very first camera I ever started vlogging with. So, it's kind of a, I don't know, sentimental in a weird way, but we're moving on to bigger and better things. I'm actually going to upgrade to this camera that I'm using right now. I'm going to buy my own. It's the Sony 5100, I think. What is going on, guys? So, I just sold my camera, and I'm out here watching the sunset, and it's beautiful. First off, I recommend trying to watch like at least a sunset a week. I think it's so important as humans to be outside, to look at the sunset, sunrise, whatever it may be. Just a nice closure to the day. But what I was out here thinking as I just sold this camera, and I've never shared this with you guys. As I'm selling the old camera and investing this money into new equipment, it really got me thinking, and the fact is, I've been making YouTube videos since I was 11 years old, and a lot of these videos I've put on private because I just didn't want anyone to see them. But Green Hour 45 was my very first YouTube channel when I was 11 years old, and I've always had this aspiration of being in front of the camera and sharing stories and sharing ideas, and I've loved creating videos ever since I was a little kid. And so the fact that it's coming back full circle, and I'm 23 years old and I'm still doing this, and I actually have a small amount of people viewing these videos is so amazing. And I wanted to let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys being here, watching these videos. Like, it really means the world to me. This is what I love. It's like the perfect trifecta, right? I love making videos, I love fitness, and I love sharing fitness and empowering others through fitness. And it's like this beautiful trifecta that is so amazing. So I'm honestly just feeling really, really grateful that I'm able to invest and buy new camera equipment. And I don't know, it's just a cool full circle feeling that I'm feeling right now. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't think a lot of you guys know that I've been doing this for such a long time, and my joy for it, my passion for it has never wavered. Although I've gone through cycles of making videos and not making videos, like the love that I have for this whole process hasn't changed. So we're getting serious over here. We're making lots of new content, and it's so exciting and it feels so good. And I just wanted to thank you guys for sticking around and watching these videos. It means the world to me. Walk you through the thought process of the ingredients I've bought for these burritos. So first off, just got some flour tortillas, cheap, hit the macros pretty well, good amount of carbs, decent amount of protein. We got some black beans because delicious, And we're throwing in some garbanzo beans in the mix. Garbanzo beans, like most beans, have very little fat, but what garbanzo beans do have, ALA, which is essentially the building blocks for omega-3 production in the body, which most people have a large amount of omega-6, very little omega-3s in their diet, so it's really nice to throw that in. Also, like all other beans, good amount of fiber. A lot of that's insoluble fiber, so good for the colon. Also throwing in one of these bad boys. This is a serrano pepper. Don't do that. Any kind of pepper is going to be high in capsaicin, especially the more spicy ones. Capsaicin essentially is the spice that we experience, which is a plethora of benefits, but the one I like the most is the fact that it's going to help regulate insulin and blood sugar control in the body, much like fasting does. So that's pretty swag, and it tastes delicious. One giant ass onion and some cheese and some ground turkey, and we're going to throw that all together and make a concoction. Alright guys, very last meal coming at you. We got 2 burritos, 1 big old salad, spinach, a little bit of onion, and a quesadilla cooking up in there. We also got Tom's 2 burritos going. We're gonna smash this, watch a movie, chillax a little bit. Alright guys, smash that last meal. 1 cup of oats, blueberries. I don't know where this appetite is coming from, but games. What's going on, guys? It's the next day. We're starting off with 200 burpees for breakfast. No, seriously, that's how I'm starting my morning. Then I'm gonna have my first meal. Currently fasted. I'm gonna end the video right here. Macros for full day of eating yesterday are right there. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's time for some more burpees.